So my big motto is everything happens for a reason. Now, just because something isn't happening doesn't mean you can't keep trying. So for me, that's infertility. I've been trying to have children, or I've been wanting children since I was a little kid myself. And I've been trying to have children since I was about 18. I'm now 35, so we're talking 17 years later. And unfortunately, I still don't have children of my own. Now, there's a few different reasonings behind that. So, when I was 19, I met my first husband, and we tried to have children. We tried IVF, and we were just having no luck. Whilst we were doing IVF, we found out that my husband had a triple chromosome defect, which basically means low movement of the sperm. Most of them were either missing heads or missing tails, and the sperm count was extremely low. So our chances of conceiving was, I think, like 2% if we were lucky. And if we did conceive and had a male child, they would probably have the same issues, which means when that male was at their prime puberty age, so sort of 13 to 14, around that sort of age, we would have to have a discussion with them about freezing sperm so that if they wanted to have children in the future, that they could. And that's not really the sort of discussion that I wanted to have with my child. But we did try IVF, and unfortunately it didn't work. So not too long after we tried that, or a couple of years after we tried that, we also tried using a donor. We did that, I think, about 4 or 5 times, and again, that didn't work either. So at this point, I was like, well, it's something wrong with me. I went and had all the tests known to man. I did have polycystic ovary syndrome at one stage, but then I got it rechecked about 6 months later, and all the cysts were gone. So they said, no, I don't have the polycystic ovarian syndrome anymore. So yeah, I was very happy with that. And yeah, shortly after that, my marriage actually broke up. And at that time, I was pretty much desperate to have children. And yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to find someone that I could have children with. I was very prepared to be a single mother if I had to, because that's just been my biggest dream, is to be a mother. So yeah, I'd met a few people in the time between my husband and my next heavy relationship, and unfortunately I still never fell pregnant in that time. Then I met my current husband. So unfortunately my current husband had a vasectomy. He has 2 beautiful daughters, my stepdaughters. They are now teenagers, as my husband is quite a bit older than me. My first husband was the same age as him, so they're 13 years older than me. So yeah, he'd done having his kids and all of that, and obviously you never know what life holds. You know, they expect you to be together with the mother and stay married for the rest of your lives, and you've had your kids and you're all good to go. But life doesn't always go that way, and obviously he split with his wife and I'd split with my husband, and yeah, so like I said, he's got 2 beautiful daughters, but now, you know, we would like to have our own, and we spoke about this when we first got together. It's a very big goal in my life is to become a mother, so we did speak about it very early on in our relationship and agreed that, you know, if everything was going well in a few years, that we would definitely look at getting a reversal and trying to have children. So coming down the road a couple of years, unfortunately my husband also has Crohn's disease, and he's had a few operations on that area as well, and unfortunately he's unable to get the vasectomy reversed due to complications, and even if he was, we would have about a 1% chance of it working. So it's a lot of money. It's between sort of $8,000 to $10,000 to even try and get it reversed, and you know, the chance of it working is 1%. It's honestly, it's not really worth it. So we have decided to go the donor route again. And yeah, fingers crossed it's going to work this time. So we have tried once already and it didn't work, unfortunately. And we're due to try again very soon. And yeah, I've just got everything crossed that it works, because obviously now I'm 35, so I'm over that age barrier that they say. I mean, I know plenty of people that have gotten pregnant later than that, but yeah, once you hit 35, you're a high risk pregnancy, and along with a few other things that you'll find out about. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a high risk pregnancy. So, but at this stage, you know, I just want my dream. I want my child. You know, I'd probably be quite happy with one. I always wanted a big family because I personally didn't have a big family myself. But, you know, I might have one and be very happy. I might decide that, you know, I'd like to have more than one, and my husband is happy for that as well. I think we've discussed maybe 3 if I'm lucky, but probably closer to 2. So we'll just see what happens. Yeah, so that's the whole infertility and visual. So in regards to the high-risk pregnancy that I was talking about before, obviously age is one of them. The other thing is I deal with chronic pain on a daily basis.